can smell you.
Hey, TCOM.
How's your day? Oh,
One moment.
oh,
I can hear you.
okay. Making me paranoid.
Oh, fuck. I might have overdone it.
What way?
We had to do grocery shopping today, so we did that, and then immediately after grocery shopping, uh, I may or may not have just shoveled the driveway immediately after.
Oh, okay. So normal stuff.
Yeah, just like the snow now comes up to my knees.
Light for Canada.
Yes.
Apocalypse for Britain.
Yeah, pretty much.
End of the world for any southern state.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've been in Texas when they had snow. They did not do well.
should snow. We do not. Well, I mean, like in northern Texas, that's fine. Like that's snow.
I was in Dallas for fuck's sake, and they were like panicking.
Like in central and south. That's not northern Texas. Like
Fair.
I'm talking like the Panhandle up near Oakland.
Oh. That's not
But
good.
Yeah, like was not.
Ghetto.
I need to turn TCOM up. Oh, he's already at max. What the fuck?
Oh, let me
Only 2 inches made them go into a state of emergency. Oh, yeah, no. Texas is fucking finished first session of college with philo exam, and this is my mental reaction after it screams absolute dread and horror. Oh, I feel that. I feel that. Chat, I'm going to tell you one thing. You want to know how we Canadians stay in shape during winter? We shovel our fucking driveways and sidewalks.
And yeah, we don't do well with the snow. But again, we just don't have the infrastructure for it. We just don't have the infrastructure, and it happens so infrequently that we have like heavy snow for a protracted period of time.
Oh, yeah, it's just... What the fuck?
When it does happen, though, we do get the snowplow and gritter tracker memes going around the internet, and those are always fun.
Feels familiar as a Michigander. Michigan.
Because we let the public name all of our snowplows and salt and ice trucks, salt and grit trucks.
Like I have a hot cup of coffee here to like help wake me up for this stream. Cause fuck me. Ah. Good workout, I guess.
So is the plan to do Mega Man and 40k at the same time?
No,
that's the
I'm
time.
doing one or the other. I don't have the brain power for Mega Man. Mega Man is where it's like, listen, I'm gonna need you to focus on platforming here, and my brain's just like, I just did 2 rapid fire videos back to back, and then I had to go out in -28, grab groceries, run back home, shovel my driveway, and then collapse on the couch and wait for stream. That was happening in like 30 minutes. So, Yeah, no, my brain is not good for that. We need to talk about.
What I will say is, from any Canadian friends I've ever spoken to that live over here, they have said that winter in Scotland feels colder than Canada, even though you get to like you said, like -30, -40.
Oh, we've gone to minus
Um,
50 before. When it gets.
yeah. No. It apparently feels colder here because we don't get so cold that the water in the air freezes.
Yeah, and
So you're damp and cold.
you also have a lot less you have a lot less stuff in between. So like there's no like wind blocks and everything.
I can smell.
Oh, we get plenty of wind blocks. It's just that like the -20, then you do like 5 below zero, or like
Either way, Shadow is demanding that I talk about Magical Girl Mega Man. Okay. All right.
No, this was a thing.
So for those that don't know, well, Mega Man was always that thing where it's just like this is something that I don't talk about. Because like it's one of those things where it's like it's one of those franchises that like I felt embarrassed to like you know. Oh no, like nowadays I don't. I will scream my happy little head off for my blue boy. It was just always one of those things where it's like, oh well, it's a kid's game, but like, no, I love Mega Man. I it's like one of my favorite series of all time. Like it means more to me, chat, than fucking Halo. My favorite game of all time is Halo ODST, so I'm gonna let you all know that my favorite franchise of all time is Mega Man. 40K comes under the Blue Bomber. But
How dare you?
How dare I? How dare I? Well, listen, you have not lived with a like. Listen, Mega Man has had its highs and its lows and its god awful lows. Mega Man like started for me back in like the Game Boy Advanced era. My first Game Boy Advanced game was Mega Man Battle Network 3. So like my fate was sealed the day it happened. And if anybody is ever going to ask for a review of Mega Man Battle Network, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing multi-hour RPGs. I can't do that.
I mean,
Not with these.
Need to know Mega Man?
I do plan on doing that. But so for those that aren't aware, Mega Man has 2 timelines, and it all varies around this dumb fuck right here. I'm gonna drag him out into the open. It all depends on the decision of this dumb fuck. Look at this Edison-looking motherfucker. He is a Santa Claus nice man. So, the fate of their world rests upon this man deciding, do I build sentient robots? Or do I work on the internet?
why not both?
You get one.
Which one gets me to genetically engineered cat girl
Robots.
robots?
Now, chat, I'm gonna let you all guess which timeline ends in an apocalypse. I'm just let you guys guess. Internet timeline or robot timeline? Take your fucking pick.
Can't be the cat girl. Fine.
Can't be the cat girl timeline.
The cat girls wouldn't allow it.
The cat girls wouldn't allow it. So we got 2 here for no. It's the internet timeline that brings the apocalypse. internet one?
We've all seen the internet. We all know where this is going.
Well, you'd be wrong.
Also, yeah,
Robots
also,
bring the end of
I
the
was-
fucking world. Go ahead, Will.
Yes, weird Japanese. I was gonna say weird Japanese paranoia about all forms of technology.
Yeah, so Dr. Thomas
Don't say
Light
part of it.
Dr. Thomas Light builds the first sentient robot with the help of Dr. Albert Wiley. These two would go on to basically be like the foundation of robotics in on Earth. And eventually, Light begins to outshine Wiley, even though Light tries to get Wiley to be a part of the spotlight with him. But Light has that charisma, Wiley does not. Eventually, their partnership falls apart when Wiley loses out on a design to improve robots. Basically, he builds an overclock system, and the people running the institute that they work for say no. Dr. Light is we should run it through more tests before we do. Wiley says fuck you. They say yes to your stupid sentient blowjob machine, but not my fucking overclock machine. This is stupid.
They said yes to the cat girl.
But, so, years later, Dr. Light builds 8 new robots. 6 of them he dubs Robot Masters. This will lead into the first Mega Man game where Dr. Wily hacks the 6 Robot Masters, which then leads to the young robotic assistant Rockman, better known as Mega Man, to become Mega Man, the hero of justice and everything. Leads to 11 games, soon to be 12, of defeat Wily and the evil robot masters that he hacked and or built and or stole, and or aliens. Wily outdoes himself, basically, and builds Mega Man Zero, who is the red guy that you all are probably very familiar with if you're in the fighting game genre. He is the big edgy sword boy with blonde hair. Big edgy sword boy with blonde hair. Boom.
Not ringing any bells for me.
He's got green nipples. He's got green nipples.
Yes, that boy.
Yeah, so somehow, someway, we don't know what happens, but OG Mega Man dies off screen. We have zero clue what happened to the original Blue Bomber. And Dr. Light begins working on Mega Man X, who is so powerful as a machine that his core processor is constantly improving the more it learns. So, not only does it make him more powerful and regulate his energy better, but, it is constantly self-improving. So it's not going to wear and tear.
So he went with machine learning.
Yes. And he got so scared. He got so scared of this fucking robot, he put Mega Man X into a stasis casket, basically, with a program that basically taught him how to be the goodest of good boys.
What you do is you give it to 5 teenagers, they use it to fight space pirates, and then eventually you just give them cars for no reason. I will be impressed if anyone in chat can understand what I am referencing.
I understand it completely.
I know.
Jesus
There is
Christ.
literally no reason. There is literally no reason why they can't just keep using those. It is never given a reason.
So at some point, Wily and Dr. Light die off screen, but 1,000 years later, comes in this Santa Claus-looking motherfucker named Dr. Kane. Dr. Kane finds Mega Man X's casket in the old ruins of Dr. Light's lab. And basically goes, this is such a sophisticated robot. I should build more like it. This single decision will ruin the entire world. So he goes on to build what we call Reploids. They follow like a standard law of robotics, don't let humans come to harm, etc., etc. But then, since robots tend to, glitch up, get abused, all that kind of stuff, and since they have free will, eventually some of these robots start going what we call Maverick. And they start attacking people, leading to Dr. Kane to develop the Maverick Hunters, led by Chin Man himself, Sigma. Look at that fucking Buzz Lightyear looking ass, head ass, butt chin.
Really worked hard for that.
Really worked hard for that. This guy was basically your Superman for a while in the Mega Man universe. While Mega Man X was kind of just figuring himself out, like just trying to like get used to not being in a stasis anymore.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
About this?
Go ahead.
So Sigma, is he a robot?
He is a robot.
Okay. So what you're saying is, in this timeline, in the far future, a man of science chose that chin.
Yes. He also chose to make him bald.
I mean that's just aerodynamics. But like, also, have you ever tried programming a robot to have hair growth? It's weird.
Zero's got it.
But yeah, someone chose this. This was deliberate.
Yeah, someone chose this. This is deliberate. Just a quick second. Bravo, Alpha Primus is not a Primarch. He is the first Primaris Marine. If it was an AI video, that person can go fuck themselves. But no, Alpha Primus is not a Primarch.
Was he potentially made from splicing together multiple Primarch gene seeds and gene seeds for multiple chapters in order to create the first Primaris Marine? Possibly. Call be like that.
Call be like that. If he was a Primarch, so Sigma eventually learns that one of his squads discovered an old ancient lab. And he goes, I should probably check that out because that squad hasn't responded in hours. He goes in, and who does he find but Mega Man Zero, who is off his fucking rocker and is making the Blood Angels consider him for conscription. So Sigma gets into a fight with Zero, and a glitch in Zero's system allows Sigma an opening to knock him the fuck out. Sigma then drags Zero back to Hunter Base, and they kind of just figure out, like, this system was making him more aggressive, so we took it out. And now he's fine. Little did they realize is that Dr. Wily is a spiteful little fucker, and he made a special virus and left it in Zero's casket so that way the robots of the future would start rebelling against humanity, because as Dr. Wily put it, they wouldn't let me put the overclock machine in robots. And then they proceeded to not let me conquer the world 12 times. Fuck them. So
really wanted to world,
yeah, like it was his turn to put the dick in dictatorship. But the first one to be infected was Sigma. And Sigma, slowly over the course of time, comes to realize these humans can't even fucking defend themselves. Robots to do, like, all their hard, like, physical form and digital form. In fact, he learns he became infected, and instead of, like, removing the infection, he becomes one with the infection. So he's basically like a computer virus inhabiting a body. Eventually, this man starts his rebellion known as the Day of Sigma. That's right, Sigma males, rise up. Not this way, though. He nukes the planet. He takes over all the military installations around the world and just launches all the nukes. Thanks, Skynet. Mega Man X1 takes place minutes after he's done nuking the world. So, yeah, that's the state of things going into an SNES game? Holy fuck. And I know everyone here is like, okay, how do we get to magical girls with this? Just bear with me. Bear with me. After going through 8 adventures and a Jesus reference, twice, they are... Zero finally just says, like, fuck it, put me in stasis, take out my brain, and figure out, like, where, like, because my code has to be related to this thing, right? And so they do so, and Mega Man X, along with the remaining Maverick Hunters, are able to essentially make a robot, yeah, they make an antivirus software. And it's called the Mother Elf Program. Now, the problem is that one of the doctors that was working on this thing, his name is Dr. Vile. And don't think it's spelled with a V, it's spelled with a W. Why is he called Vile when it's spelled with a W? Please fucking kill me, I don't know. Either way, Dr. Vile, he relates to Sigma in a way where it's just like, robots are inferior, robots are stupid. Robots should be my slaves, along with the rest of the world.
Future scientists, when a young, I'm presuming, man, shows up at a scientific institution and tells you that their name is Vile, don't let that person become a scientist.
So
what if it's like a different spelling, like V-I-A-L?
No, if it's spelt differently, but he says, I pronounce it Vile, especially don't let him be a scientist.
So, Dr. Vile, after the Sigma virus is cured, he steals, somehow, chat, he gets by Mega Man X, the being that is so powerful now that he is basically the equivalent of Superman in this universe now. He manages to not only steal the Mother Elf, along with the 2 sub-programs, the Baby Elves, that, like, they were using to, like, see if they could, like, improve the elf system, to, like, help robots and, like, cure other, afflictions that robots might be suffering, programming-wise, but also manages to steal Zero's original fucking body. Not the brain, the body.
Why are there now elves? We were on robots before.
Oh, they're like little... I need to find a picture of the elves. Dark elf. They're like little orbs.
Are they chows?
Are they?
I
mean...
Are they this game's chows?
Yes. I am dead serious. They're basically just fucking... They are basically just Chow.
That's a Pokemon.
That's a Pokemon?
No, actually, sorry, that's a Digimon.
That's a Digimon. Yeah, these are basically Digimon. So they managed to build Zero a new body very quickly, and Mega Man X and Zero, along with like another partner named Axel. Don't worry, he's not relevant to this very much. In fact, we don't even know what happened to him after this. They defeat Vile. They defeat his new robot slave Omega, and they contain the Dark Elf. And they shoot Omega up into space because they just couldn't kill him, I guess. And they put Vile on trial. What do you think Vile's punishment was?
He has to write like very apologetic letters. And he's not allowed to use machine learning to do it.
Slap on the wrist and sent home without dinner.
Massive government contracts.
Aramis, you got a guess on this, buddy?
A position
If I
within
do
the
that, I'll
government.
either give myself hope or I'll give myself despair.
So, this man is made immortal. Like they put his head in a fucking Futurama fish jar.
Why?
They give him an immortal body and then just throw him out into the wasteland and say, "Don't come back."
Why not just throw him into the wasteland with his human body?
Because
Exactly.
Why not just throw the head into a storage closet and then just lock it?
Because X, as you will come to learn, is the biggest pussy in all of Mega Man. He hates fighting. He hates killing. Most of Mega Man X is him bitching about having to fight others.
I mean, like, fair enough, but like, you don't have to then like. This is a level above Goku giving Cell a senzu bean. Like, this is.
Oh, it's so
Like,
fucked.
Still one of those moments where it's like, truly, what was the point of that, Goku?
So Zero's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to sleep now, because like the world's at peace. It doesn't need me. Like I'm only good for splitting robots in half with a really cool sword. So he fucks off, goes back to sleep. Mega Man is now left with a world that has a 20% human population.
Okay, when you said there's like a 20% human population, I was like, okay, so what's the other 80%?
Aliens.
Wasteland.
We assume robots.
So this new place is called Neo Arcadia, and Mega Man is
Oh,
pretty much like the ruler of Neo Arcadia. He is benevolent. He is entirely like, no. We live in peace. We live in coexisting. The 4 very powerful guardians he had made to help protect Neo Arcadia, without telling anybody. Yeah.
Okay, so he's imprisoned within the middle of New Pacific Northwest.
Pretty much. Without telling anybody. So, the leader's gone. What the fuck do we do? Insert this 10-year-old smarty kid who figures out that, oh, X left. I should build a replacement. And not tell anybody I did that.
I mean...
So, she builds what we call Copy X. And the problem with Copy X is that he does not have the learned experience of humanity, robots, life wisdom, and everything that regular X had. He is just some fuckhead with a basic set of parameters of protect humanity at all costs with the power of Superman. So Neo Arcadia quickly becomes a dictatorship.
I was about to say, that literally sounds like the clone of Superman from the death of Superman.
Oh, it is. So, girl here.
Isn't that... I was going to say, isn't that the Ravager?
Pretty much. So this girl here named Seal, she's like the focus of our story here. So she realizes her big fucking error in judgment and proceeds to try and start a rebellion against Copy X, not realizing that Copy X had the resources of Neo Arcadia's military, including the very four powerful guardians that Mega Man X himself made to protect the people, and proceeds to absolutely hand her rebellion its ass until she wakes up Zero, because she basically found him underneath some ruins, and everyone's found in ruins in this series. Like, holy fuck.
Why do they keep going to sleep in ruins?
Well, it's like a laboratory that he fell asleep in, but like no one bothered to check in on it for like a good 200, 300 years.
Okay. I'm gonna... We have almost never lost track of where a laboratory is.
They do here. So, Zero is woken up. He has no memories of what the fuck just happened, because his wake up was abrupt. So, he basically helps Seal overthrow Neo Arcadia and its government, only for fuckhead Vile to come back, basically proclaim, and I quote, "Oh yes, before he died, Copy X made me the leader of Neo Arcadia."
Why do people believe him?
It is heavily implied in the expanded material that the regular humans of Neo Arcadia have basically become so fucking lazy and like hand over foot, like robots do everything for us. So why do we need to care?
Okay, so it's a plot of Wall.
Goodness.
Yeah.
It's the worst parts of Wall-E.
It's the worst parts of Wall-E. But eventually, like, Vile's antics are so bad that, like, even the people are, like, starting to be like, nah, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go live in a wasteland, I guess. Mega Man X's body is eventually found and destroyed. The Mother Elf is released onto the world. Vile manages to get Omega back and everything. And it's just a whole shit show. But eventually, it's all stopped because Zero fights Vile in basically an orbital space station with a giant laser in it and kills Vile, but also in turn dies himself trying to stop the space station from crashing into Earth and destroying the last habitable zones.
Do it.
Now, believe it or not, this is where we get to magical girls.
Oh boy, we're finally there.
So
Well, where else would we? Where else could we possibly be going?
So
Oh, I mean, fair enough. The magical girl genre has to start somewhere in this rough approximation.
so you're never gonna.
I've watched Madoka.
I've watched way more than Madoka.
I know, but like
This
in terms of like, oh,
this leads into the Mega Man ZX franchise that never completed. So we never got to know the full details of what happened. But at some point, some unknown evil scientist by the name of, well, he's not unknown, sorry. Some evil fucking scientist by the name of Dr. Albert. Not
It's
Wily.
always an Albert, isn't it?
Not Wily. This one has blue hair. This one has blue hair. Allow me to find him. No, sorry, his name is Master Albert. Fuck me. So this
in this universe with both alphas, sigmas, and omegas, there's now masters. This is going well. I'm sure AO3 loves this franchise.
Pretty sure the Omega verse fans love this.
so
That's why I was alluding to it.
Albert
That is not the way I
finds-
want this conversation to turn out.
Master Albert at some point finds the corpse of Dr. Vile.
thought he was immortal.
He fights the corpse, I guess. And
He fights the corpse of the immortal being. Okay.
yeah, like Vile is very dead by this point, apparently. Like his immortality was just like he doesn't age anymore.
Maybe it was his body from before they put him in the jar.
Your immortality was greatly overstated.
Exactly. So Albert, in his infinite wisdom, goes, yeah, now it's my turn to be the villain, but I'm going to be smart about this one. So he essentially creates a morpher out of Vile's corpse.
As you do.
As you do.
As one does.
Proceeds to slowly build more and more of these morphers out of Vile's corpse. And he calls... I fucking hate this franchise, but I love it.
Oh boy.
And would you like to guess how he is powering these things?
I'm gonna assume human souls.
Sustainable green energy.
Aramis got it right. He is sustaining them through souls that the morphers suck out of people through their fear.
I was close. Slaves.
Oh, wow.
So, Seal, who is now a young adult by this point, catches on that, hey, there's some fucking weirdo running around and eating people's souls. And she grabs the corpses of Mega Man X, Mega Man Zero, and the 4 Guardians, and proceeds to make morphers out of them.
Because that's what you do.
Why does she have these corpses?
It is never explained.
Where did she find them?
It is never explained. Question. We never got a third game.
At what point in your sign? At what point in your at what point in your anime scientist training do they do the course on grave robbing?
Somewhere between
the
human
archaeology department, but sometimes, if you're really lucky, you can get the sociology department to teach you it.
Somewhere between when Britain was trying to stop grave diggers, but definitely before surgery, autopsies were legalized.
Hey! Grave robbing is only a matter of time. Okay, wait long enough, and it's archaeology.
That's fair.
Also the most famous grave robbers in Scotland were.
Oh. Shit.
They just start killing people.
Right! Fuck, I remember that.
The corpses were really fresh.
Man, this is a really fresh corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But, so... Seal does something a little bit smarter. She essentially chooses, several friends or members of the community that she's in to be the inheritors of the Mega Man legacy, basically. Essentially, she DNA locks these morphers down to specific families.
She Zordon them.
Yeah, she Zordon them. Seal then goes missing. We have no idea what the fuck happened to her. So, good job there, fucking Seal. Eventually, the first Mega Man start popping up with Model X, who is Model Zero. Well, sorry, Model Z, Model Zero. And then later on, this is where basically you get to decide if your character is a man or a woman. They are known as Vent and Ale. In the advertisement, it is very much played off as they are both sharing Mega Man X's power. But in the game, you play as one or the other, though it is very clear they want you to be playing Vent in the fucking campaign, not Ale. My face droops. Master Albert has since put his plan to fruition that is a defense contractor called Viper Corp. The main villain's name is Viper.
Is it spelled with a Y?
No, this one's spelled with a V.
Damn it.
Damn it. Yeah, it's inconsistent naming. Never try to guess the names. Just look at them accept the pronunciation and move on with your life. That is how you survive as a Mega Man fan. So eventually, Ale and Vent stop Viper and his plans, but they also run into two other creations of Master Albert named, and I shit you fucking not, these are their names, Prometheus and Pandora.
Pandora have a
Okay.
I'm gonna show you what these two look like because it's funny. Like these two are just funny together. One of them has a football head.
Why is Prometheus a Grim Reaper?
I don't know. I genuinely don't.
It like genuinely is this a translation thing?
It might be a translation thing. I don't actually know.
Yeah, because
No idea what that means in Japanese.
yeah,
I'm gonna look that up. Peromedi.
because like that kind of like football thing. I guess his helmet is a reference to a samurai's helmet.
Most likely.
Like it probably like a specific one as well.
Oh, his name
It's
is
probably
just
Nobunaga.
Prometheus in
It's
Japanese.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is actually something they did get right. Cool. Chat, when you play Mega Man, you are going to learn that translation can either be spot the fuck on or all over the goddamn place. There is no middle ground. Accept it.
Maybe.
So,
I mean, like literally, the main character's name is technically mistranslated
yeah. So,
or mislocalized, whatever you want to call it.
Vale, Ale and Vent go on to join the Guardians, which is a new, basically, like, world superhero group that's like, we try to keep the peace wherever we can, stop Mavericks and shit like that. So, the magical girl aspect
They
is
just
that...
agreed.
The magical girl aspect is that you use the biometals, is what they call them. And these biometals react to your DNA and then fuse with you to give you essentially power armor. One, to try and remove the intolerance between man and machine.
Because that goes so well every other time it's happened.
Basically people
Agree.
become more cyborg than human, while robots are given a life expectancy. So like they will just break down, stop working at a certain time.
What if I just keep upgrading my parts and placing them?
That's more horrifying.
Oh, so you figured out how to become a
Well,
master. Good job.
Oh, at what point are you just ship of Theseusing yourself there? Also, have none of these people watched Blade Runner?
Probably not.
Of course not.
The people that
I mean-
probably
I mean,
watched Blade
the-
Runner years ago are probably dead, so...
I was gonna say like the
Is
designers.
there any
have
chance the Blade Runner
the-
survived the initial apocalypse?
The writers have clearly seen Blade Runner, but I digress.
So yeah, your biometal will usually look something like this. This is the biometal Model X. This is your morpher. This is how you become a magical girl in Mega Man. And by the way, it talks.
Is this like a? It's very toyetic.
That is definitely a good phrase for it. I'll give you that.
I can see this being released by like Tecmo or something.
I think it was a toy in Japan at
I'm
least.
I was about to say, I'm surprised I never saw these toys laying around.
What are they called?
Biometals. So no space, bio, and then metal. So in the sequel game, Mega Man ZX Advent, we learn that the two new main characters, Gray and Ash, are related to Master Albert. Ash is a direct descendant of Albert. Like, she is related to him by blood, either like through a cousin. Gray is a straight up clone because Albert was planning to move his consciousness from his old body into Gray's body. However,
Of course.
However, in this world, we also now have a group called Hunters. And these Hunters are basically like bounty hunters and shit. And Gray's laboratory was found by two very curious hunters who activated the security system, got killed, and one of them got knocked into Gray's stasis tank, waking him up.
So apparently, Capcom never released an official toy of it. However, all of them are now available as 3D print files.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
you can make your own
That
biometals.
tracks.
So, Gray and Ash go on a grand adventure after finding Biometal Model A, which is Biometal Model Axel. If you remember, I brought Axel up near the end of Mega Man X.
Which part of science school do they think?
The Mad
Okay.
One.
Gotta be.
This is the universe where we made a man in we put a man's head in a jar and made him immortal. I don't question shit at this point.
As a punishment.
As a punishment, chat. Eventually, it use called Gray and Master Albert, and that's how the Mega Man ZX series ends, on a fucking cliffhanger, revealing that the world government, called Legion now, because all the good armies are called Legion, right?
Yeah.
Turns out that the leader of Legion, named Master Thomas... Sorry, I just gotta respond.
I'm guessing got promised a new body.
No, he was going to continue what Albert was doing, because he wants to lead to the ultimate evolution of man.
Of course. Why can't it ever just be something simple?
And we never got a resolution on this, never got a sequel, because Mega Man ZX Advent failed. Like, it did not sell enough copies. Because we were on a little bit of a Mega Man burnout, and no one could recognize what the fuck Mega Man... Not ZK.
What I found here.
So... Aside from the name, would you ever fucking guess this was a Mega Man game? Would you guys ever assume this was a Mega Man game?
No, it looks like Mischief Makers.
Yeah. That's part of the reason why this game failed. It's because no one could recognize it as Mega Man. Which then, at some point, chat, we get to Mega Man Legends, which is set 1,000 years after Mega Man ZX Advent. The world flooded. The world flooded. The world is nothing but islands. We are now in one piece. Fuck you. The last humans moved themselves to the moon at some point. Anybody who was left on Earth became what we called a carbon. Carbons are basically humans, but they're robots still, so they can replace their limbs with robots. If you watched me play through Mega Man Legends, you understood what the fuck that meant. Ooh.
I have the real question here.
What's up? What's up?
I'm figuring out how to phrase this.
Just figuring out how to phrase it.
Could I go through the complete process of becoming a fembot? That's the end of the question. I don't know why I left it like trailer.
Okay. Yes. By Mega Man Legends, you totally could.
Good way to put it.
We need to make sure this reality becomes
No, the fuck you don't. Because
But I can look. people like Aramis could just say, you know what? I'm swapping out my tits today.
Well, I'm just going to tell you this, because at some point, the fuckers on the moon get a big head and go, oh yeah, we're just going to control the carbon population on Earth. We're going to do genocides. We're going to do extermination campaigns to make sure the carbon population doesn't get out of control.
What the?
For the next 1,000 years. This has never been explained why.
I'm just gonna assume standard robot madness.
These are regular people. Like, these are regular humans at the end of the day.
So you're
That's why I'm going with robot madness.
It's possible.
It's possible. But eventually, Mega Man Volnut, who is the guardian to the last human on the moon, the last human on the moon basically wakes up one day and goes, you know, I feel like I should let the Carbons just live their lives. Kind of a dick move to start genociding them at random. Kinda a dick move. Kinda. So, he looks to his bodyguard, Mega Man Volnut, and says, and I quote, now listen here, Volnut. We are going to tell the mother computer that's in charge of all the systems on here on the moon and on Earth to stop with the genocides. Come what may. And she might get a little testy with me. Okay? Volnut goes, this is really fucked up. Why can't we just turn her off? Because she knows
Really,
my
Mega
plan. She's and Mega Man manages to like shut down most of Mother's systems on his own, but then becomes so critically damaged that he puts his memories inside a little monkey called Data. It's a really cute monkey. Gives Data, like, tells Data, do not give me my memories back until generic X thing happens. Not Mega Man X thing happens, just like generic Mother wakes up and I need it. Kind of a thing. And then Mega Man Volnut reverts to a baby? I guess? And then it's...
That's a heck of a choice.
That's a choice.
Power move, return to baby.
Hey, give me back my memories when we rediscover what.
So Mega Man Volnut is launched to Earth, and he's found by what we call a digger, a treasure hunter, basically, who raises a digger. It's like a treasure hunter, basically, in their world.
He heard something else.
I know he heard something else, and I do not mean it that way.
Deep Texan, your state.
Yep. Who has his own family and everything, but like he's just like, no, like he's like my grandson. He's like my assistant, and I'm gonna raise him like that. And then his actual son and daughter go missing. Who was the character's Roll's parents. So now he's raising Roll and Mega Man together, and Mega Man Legends 1 and 2 happens, and Mega Man Legends 2 ends with Mega Man going back to the moon, getting stuck on the moon after solving the Mother problem, and basically convincing Mother to be like, hey, can we not do the genocide after shooting her in the face like a million times? And she goes, yeah, genocide's wrong. Problem, my assistant blew up the fucking ship we were going to use to get to Earth. That'd be a problem. The franchise has not gotten a sequel since, and we will never get a sequel because Mega Man Legends 3 was canceled. I want to die. So that's how the original plotline of Mega Man ends. That's how the robot timeline ends. Mega Man's just stuck on the moon.
I'm pretty sure Mega Man could build himself a spaceship from the parts of Mother's corpse.
Mega Man is a shonen protagonist. that is how the story of Mega Man ends in the robot timeline. If you think it gets less insane in the internet timeline, oh honey, this is Japan. Shit gets weird.
Understatement of the century.
I don't care. I got my cat girls.
I don't feel like I should go into the internet timeline.
No. Do it. Let them really get a taste of what it is.
Okay. Just to let you know, chat, this is my favorite Mega Man franchise out of all of them. My least favorite is Mega Man Zero. My biggest favorite is Battle Network. So we're gonna go insane right off the bat here. But Mega Man Battle Network, Dr. Light, yeah, we're going all the way back to this dumb fuck. This guy here. Do we have a different picture of him? Do we have the picture of him back in the Mega Man, in like the other
In the robot timeline?
in the not the robot timeline, spin-offs, no, list of enemies, Battle Network, we're gonna look up LAN. So where is it? There it is. Tadashi Hikari. Look at him, chat. He got
He's
fatter.
a special kid.
So Dr. Light and Dr. Wily decide not to do robots. Robots are cringe. Robots will lead to the end of the world. So we're going to do an
Correct.
internet. Whoa! They do an internet. And Dr. Light says, and I quote, I am building the internet because I want to connect all of humanity together. I want humanity to have a way to connect to one another and have a space to just, get to know each other and do a human thing, build a community. And part of that is going to be the Net Navigator system. So essentially, he builds sentient AI.
Yes, people, we're already at that level.
And him and Wily build the Net Navigators together. And these navigators have wills and personalities of their own. The one big thing about them is that they do not operate without an operator. So, if you want them to fight, they have to have somebody operating them to fight. Okay. Shit's fine then, right? Like, these things can't be too dangerous. One doctor decides, like, fuck that, I'm gonna create my own Navi, and he's not gonna need an operator. His name's gonna be fucking Base. And then Base predictably gets blamed for something that's not his fault, i.e., the original internet called Alpha becomes a giant slime monster and tries eating the internet.
Legitimately, I don't know how that happens.
Alpha. Meet the internet, chat. This is the internet. I want to fucking die.
Honestly, accurate.
Base is blamed for Alpha going nuts, and while Base nearly gets his ass handed to him and completely deleted, he manages to escape into the Undernet. The Undernet.
That's
chat.
another thing.
He basically escapes into the dark web. Dr. Light, I'm done. Oh, well, okay. I guess I'm just gonna go into defense contracting then.
Because of course, as one does.
As one does, because he's actually noble in this pursuit. He wants
Rare.
to develop protective stuff to help protect people, protect soldiers.
Yeah.
Basically, like, make deterrents and such, so that way people don't get hurt. He makes,
Uh-huh.
however, as he continues to work as a defense contractor, he slowly starts building up a hatred and anger for humanity because it's just like, nah, we keep making stupid fucking decision after stupid fucking decision, and people keep getting hurt. Like, I'm getting tired of this shit.
Does.
I'm getting tired of this shit. And eventually, his new best friend, dies in the field of battle, and he just snaps. Wiley just snaps and goes, "Fuck it, I'm making a W."
Y'all feeling that one?
No, they're not.
While he's doing that, a bunch of all these bug fragments come together and make a giant virus wolf that starts going rampant on the internet, and no one can stop it.
Because, of course, that's how coding works.
Because that's how coding works, I guess. So what do you think the solution is to stop this thing?
They unleash Alpha.
No, they know not to do that. They're smart enough not to do that.
World War IV.
I'm giving points to T-Call on that one.
It's not World War IV. You see, someone watched an episode of SpongeBob. And this man, with infinite wisdom, basically said, when one of his scientist buddies said, "Oh God, how could this get any worse?" He went, "Oh, I know," and built a giant virus bird to fight the wolf.
Because that always goes well.
2 giant paint bubbles! Oh my God. Science community for stupid antics. After they solved the giant bird and wolf problem, they also managed to, like, seal them away in the undernet. Basically just like, don't touch it, don't fucking acknowledge it, don't go anywhere near it.
Leave them there.
Then we finally get to the point where our main protagonist of Mega Man Battle Network is born. Lan Hikari. Get it? He's a LAN connection. I want to kill his father for naming him that, because that's stupid.
His father was a petty one for that one.
And he has a twin brother. Would you like to guess his fucking name?
Ran.
Hub.
Darn.
Hub, tragically though, was born in an anime, and he has a shonen protagonist as a brother.
Oh, right. Immediate death flag.
He is an immediate magnet for death flags. He dies of unknown disease. Off screen.
As you do.
Now, this is where Mega Man Battle Network. This is where Mega Man Battle Network gets weird, chat. This is where it gets weird. I talked about, like, how, okay, at least in their world, viruses can come together to make a giant wolf. The internet tried to end the world. Okay.
As it always does.
As it always does. Like, so far, things have made relative sense. Lance's father uses his dead son to make Mega Man.
He's not exaggerating. Legit, Dad just kind of grabs his own son's corpse and says, "This will make a fine internet piece.
This will make a fine navigator." He takes his son's DNA, somehow digitizes it. Somehow.
As you do.
Don't ask me how. It's never explained. And on Lan's 10th birthday, he's given Megaman.exe as his new net navi. His new net navigator. And if any of you fuckers bring up the anime, I'm going to slap your shit. We don't follow the anime in this household.
Yeah,
What about the anime?
there are things.
Magical girls in the anime. Enough said.
Yeah, remember the magical girls from the robot timeline?
So, Mega Man and Lan work together to stop the antics of World 3 and several other terrorist organizations. The first 3 games are actually pretty down to earth with like how dangerous they can be. They still have like their cartoony anime Saturday cartoon antics. Like the first game has a plot where the first game has a plot point where like World 3 takes over like traffic lights around the city that Lan lives in, and the person that's fucking with the lights is extorting people out of like $10 million each to make the lights
As
work
you
for
do.
that person and that person only. Because she's trying to
That's
get
how
funding for
traffic
World
lights work.
she's trying to get funding for World 3. It's really stupid. But like that's like the amount of stupid it gets kind of a thing. Like the other times it's like, oh no, like I'm playing this very straight. Like one guy is running around, one guy named Match is like running around and fucking with like appliances and shit to make them start like overheating and bursting into flames. Because everything's connected to the internet,
as you
now,
do.
chat.
Want it to be.
Eventually, like, Mega Man and Lan have to, like, fight. They defeat Wily multiple times. I just got here. I have no
Of course.
context for what's going on, but that is some top tier hating. We're talking about like the plots of all the Mega Man franchises. Stop Wily like multiple times. The games are actually pretty well interconnected to one another until you get to 4. But basically like the first 3 plans are like first plan is stop Wily from creating a virus that will launch a nuke. Second game is stop a new terrorist organization that Wily was secretly funding from creating a clone of the giant wolf virus.
Because of course he do that.
Because of course he'd do that. But actually, it turns out what he was actually trying to do was create a clone of Base. It just turned into the giant wolf, because the wolf's a reference to the original Mega Man character Base, who had a robot dog partner by the name of Treble. Because get it, Bass and Treble. It's a music thing. It's a music pun.
Yeah, da, 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 yeah, da, 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 da. Somebody in the writing room absolutely had fun, right?
Oh, that's the
Leaving
thing.
that.
Most of the Mega Man characters are named after musical and like named after genres of music, or like musical notes and stuff like that. Like Mega Man is called Rock Man, his sister is named Roll, and then his brother's name is Blues.
Yeah. The things you don't notice.
But so then we get to Mega Man Battle Network 4. To let you all know, Mega Man Battle Network series, it had, and I quote, barely a year of development time between games. So like Mega Man Battle Network 1, 9 months later, Mega Man Battle Network 2. A year later from that, Mega Man Battle Network 3. 9 to 10 months later, Mega Man Battle Network 4. Mega Man Battle Network 4 hates me, and I despise it with all my fucking being. It is the worst Mega Man game I have played to date. And I'm not sorry. I have played every other Mega Man game to date. I will happily play Mega Man X7 over Mega Man Battle Network 4 because at least Mega Man X poorly programmed ass once. Mega Man Battle Network 4 says, I have 3 new game pluses. You must play me to get the bright ending 3 times. Now figure out my poorly translated text and do nothing but fetch quests until the final scenario. Legs go, Lan! Also, I hope you like word puzzles. I hope you like word puzzles. Would you like to try and guess the rival to the Dog Warrior? Is it Wizard Monkey, Barbarian Cat, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Big Dickus? No, you fucking idiot. It's Wizard Monkey. Why would you think anything else? I hate my life. This is also where the game series introduced Dark Chips, which was a cool concept, terribly executed.
Except
Here's a very powerful attack chip for your character. The cost is each time you use it, it permanently removes 1 HP off your health bar. Oh. What's the trade-off? Oh, it instant kills most bosses. Oh. That's neat.
Sacrifice 1 HP to ignore a boss fight? Heck yeah.
Except, the final boss, is notorious for having the hardest boss fight of all time out of Battle Network. And I hate him with so much passion. Because this motherfucker has one weak point. It's never fucking open. And he goes against the rules of the game. And it drives me nuts. He goes against the rules of the fucking game. So chat, in Mega Man Battle Network, you have oh my god. No, I just want a big image. No, I don't want YouTube. Fuck you. All right, this is the best I can do. So essentially, you get a 3x3 grid to fight on in Mega Man Battle Network. This is like how you tell like your enemies are standing and everything. Mega Man Battle Network is a very positional based card game, action game. As you can see, Duo has removed 6 of the fucking 9 panels. I hope you can guess where the fuck he's standing. Because yes, this sprite does have a hitbox. It's that fucking circle. Good luck figuring out which panel it's on. Oh,
Yeah.
it flashes for 2 seconds. That's your window. And I hope you're ready to hit him before he shoots a laser out of his nipple.
The titty laser remains powerful.
I hate Battle Network 4.
Zero shot?
I'm gonna tell you right the fuck now, T-Com, it is $10,000 and you will not fucking do it. This would be a multi-stage aerobic test of my fucking sanity.
$100.
No.
90.
No. You went down.
70. 50.
This is a Halo-related question. Did the elites think the Spartans were corpses brought back to life after seeing a Spartan's face? And being all... No, they didn't call them demons because they saw their faces. It's because the Spartans all wore the same armor, so they couldn't tell if they killed one. And then another one came in. They couldn't tell if it was the same one or a different one. So that's why they get demons.
Actually was a belief the prophets were spreading throughout the elite ranks to get them to fight harder.
Ah, okay. Anyway. So, this then leads... the dark chips are being made by Dr. Wily's biological son. And he's just like, no, the world is cruel and imperfect. What? But I must wipe it out to make it a better place. He's saying this in earshot of everybody else in the room, who's like, oh yeah, he's a very controversial doctor. The man is talking about open genocide, and this is the fucking complaint we're having? Okay.
It's planetary annihilation.
Okay. That's fine, I guess. So, you eventually stop his ass twice. The second time you stop him, Wily comes back into the story after being missing for like 4 fucking games. No, it's not. What do you mean it's about to end?
It usually ends around this time.
No, I'm still going, fucker.
I still have plenty of time.
I still got plenty of time, motherfucker. Listen.
The coffee just kicked in.
The coffee just kicked in. So, the ultimate plan of this fuckhead, of Dr. Wily's son, was to use the internet as essentially a massive battery to bring out the negative emotions of everybody. So that way he could mind control the world and make it his by making everyone evil and do what he says. Because, you know, that's how the internet work.
So it's if Twitter actually was successful.
Yes. What if we made Twitter, like, influence your decisions? Mega Man and Len, of course, stop it. And what Dr. Wily comes in, and he's just like, now, my son, I'm going to reset your brain so you can have a fresh start, and you never have to worry about the evils of man again.
Says the man who worries about the evils of man.
Yeah. And basically wipes his son's memories of all the evil that he caused. Practically wipes out the evil part of his son's brain, because that's how evil works, I guess. Don't worry. We'll just put a bandage over his head, and that's how you know he's fine. And he's a nice boy now. He's a nice boy now. And then Mega Man Battle Network 6 comes out, the 2 giant paint bubble problem comes back. Stop it. They make Wily a good boy again. And Mega Man Battle Network actually ends on a happy note. Where it's like, oh yeah, like everything ends like in a good ending. Then we cut to 200 years later. Fuck the internet. Radio waves are where it's at now.
Oh, going backwards.
Personalities and like wills of their own and like feelings and emotions. They're in a junkyard. Don't worry about it.
Because that's what you do with sentient AI.
Don't worry. This is a universe where, and I quote, I don't want my baby anymore. Basketball dunks it into a fucking garbage, like a fucking dump.
Literally.
My parents are so comedically evil, they just, like, fucking basketball his ass into a fucking dump.
It is not a metaphorical dump, it is a literal dump.
Actually the goodest of boys. So he believes in these things called, like, he believes in relationships so close with somebody, you can develop a brother band and connect with them. Essentially, he basically makes friend requests. He makes glorified friend requests. I shit you not. But, he
So dumb.
it's dumb, but it's anime. And he believes in this so much that he, along with his partner, basically build a space station and send out radio waves into space. Basically saying, like, hey, aliens! Hi, aliens! We want to be friends. Like, we want to, like, be friends and, like, build a galactic community and stuff. You know, like, just being, like, a very nice dude. This attracts the attention of a alien race that entirely exists off of radio waves called the FMians, who just got done genociding their fellow cousin species, the Aemians.
Such creative names.
Creative names, I know. And the king of the Ephemians, who is like 12 years old, is convinced by his royal Grand Vizier Nappa, also known as Gemini, that no, this is not a declaration of friendship and peace. This is a declaration of war, Your Majesty. They want to kill you. Look at that smile. He is the emperor of mankind, ready to genocide our asses.
Look at the way he bares his teeth in aggression.
By the way, I'm gonna find a picture of the man who's asking for friendship. Where the fuck is he? Kelvin Stellar. I want you guys to look at this anime father and tell me, does he have a bone in his body that could hurt somebody? Look at him, he's already bared for combat. So, the Ephemian king takes not only Kelvin Stellar here, along with his science team prisoner, he says, and I quote, "We're gonna execute their asses publicly." Kelvin, I guess. I mean, like, look at this guy. Look at how anime he is. By the way, Chad, can you guess who's gonna be Mega Man? Can you just fucking guess? Can you just guess, chat? So, he starts wearing Omega down through kindness and just being, like, the bestest dude. You know, like, just asking about his day. You know, like, making sure he's okay. Like, hey, dude, how's it going? You look troubled. Is it because you're an Aemian in disguise as an Ephemian and your whole planet got genocided because a fucking 12-year-old is insane and paranoid? Do you mind helping me and my fellow lab guys escape by turning us into radio waves and launching us back towards Earth? Believe it or not, this plan works. Except it doesn't, and only Omega is the only one to get away, while the other scientists in Kelvin are just radio waves lost in space. Come to meeting Geo Stellar. And you fools, I tricked you. I bamboozled you. I made you feel like you were smart for a second here. You thought this was going to be plug-in person into radio waves to fight on the internet? No, you dumb fucks. This is Magical Girl anime. This is Magical Girl. Fuck you. I fuse alien radio waves into human body and get Magical Girl. And you think I'm kidding? I'm not! Magical Girl, motherfuckers! I told you! And don't worry, chat. Don't worry, chat. Don't worry, chat. I hate my life! If you don't know, chat, I like snake girls. If it wasn't fucking obvious, god damn it. I hate my life. So, yeah, cool. So Geo runs into Omega, and Omega is like, hey kid, why are you so fucking depressed and sad? And the kid's like, oh, well, my father went missing like 3 years ago. I don't know what happened to him. And Omega's like, oh, your dad wouldn't happen to be Kelvin fucking Stellar, right? You knew my dad? Yeah. By the way, I'm being chased, so lend me your body, and maybe I'll tell you about him. Leading to a grand adventure of 3 games, where the first game you stop the Ephemian king from destroying the world. The second game, where you find out that an ancient civilization used radio waves apparently. And that was just there in the background because we got to make reference to the Mega Man Battle Network phone games. We gotta make reference to the Mega Man Battle Network phone games. Did you know that Mega Man Battle Network had a phone game, guys? You gotta know about the phone games, guys. The reference is lost on us Westerners who didn't have Japanese phones. No. But, Battle Network, not Battle Network 3, goddamn it. Star Force 3 basically is like, hey, let's culminate, like, all the plot points, like, the 3 games to actually, like, have an ending. And don't worry, it's actually a happy ending this time. Mega Man doesn't end up stuck on the moon. And guess what? He gets his dad back! Geostellar gets his dad back. And depending on decisions in the game, you either get Snake Lady or, actual girl that everyone chooses because you're all basic bitches. As a girlfriend. So, like, yeah, that's how Mega Man Star Force ends. It ends happily. Main character gets his dad back. Cool. Great. Awesome. That's Mega Man. Now, I remind you all, this is my favorite franchise of all time. I love Mega Man. I love it more than 40K. Even in spite of its flaws. Even in spite of Battle Network 4, Star Force 2, 0-1, Mega Man X7. I still love Mega Man. Mega Man is my favorite boy of all time. Sure, none of his games reach my top 10. But, like, I love Mega Man.
Universe as a whole.
Yeah, I love the universe as a whole. And then we got IDW comics. Well, not IDW. Archie comics for Mega Man. And they were actually fucking good. Like, it actually, like, went into, like, deep philosophical questions about, like, the need to do justice. What does justice mean to somebody? Can you find family, especially in broken groups? And, like, are the people that you entrust power to actually good with that power, or are they flawed? And that, like, you need to be able to trust that those who you raise and create can take care of themselves. It's actually really good, and the artwork is amazing. Also, they crossed over with Sonic, and it's fucking funny. Like, they crossed over with Sonic, and it's genuinely hilarious. Because they're, like, notoriously, if you played, like, the original classic Mega Man games, one thing that the Mega Man community complains about is disappearing blocks to help you get across. And they make a joke about that in the comics with Sonic, who's constantly failing the puzzle. And Tails and Mega Man are standing at the top of a waterfall, and it's just like, Sonic, for the love of God, just let Tails carry you up here. And Sonic looks at them and says, no, I will figure this out.
Yeah. You go, Sonic.
It is genuinely funny. I love this scene. Here, I found it. They disappear and reappear in a pattern. You've got to time your jumps right. Look, you don't need to prove anything. Just let me fly you up there already. No, I am not getting beaten by a bunch of stupid, annoying blocks. Franchise. I love it. And, like, it's like, I saw being a Mega Man fan as like being a Sonic fan for a little while. Like, I don't talk about, feel like Mega Man is like, you get made fun of if you're a fan of it. In reality, I should have just sucked it up and been an open fan of it because I love Mega Man, and I screamed when Mega Man got into Smash Bros. I screamed when Mega Man 11 came out. I have been a huge fan of this franchise for fucking ever. and I will fight each and every one of you. And I actually won't, because the criticisms against the games is very valid. In fact, most of the story I told you about, like, Mega Man Zero and Mega Man X, that's mostly background shit. You had to pay extra money to find out what the fuck was going on. And most of it was audio dramas. Hope you like paying $30.99 for an audio disc. Yep. Yep. Alright, so let's get back to what everyone actually fucking cares about. 40k. Anyone got some 40k questions? I know someone asked about the detachments earlier. I thought the detachments were fine. The Emperor's Children one just made me laugh because, thank you very much, you made me able to make Lucius a much more terrifying character. I laughed my ass off with that one. Thank you for Strength 9, AP -4, Damage 3 Lucius. With rerolls. And fights first. And ignoring roll modifiers. I thank you very much for that.
Sure.
Listen, I know I'm not taking full play, so... Well, the Chaos Space one I played, and the Chaos Space one's fine. It's very Night Lordsy. Very Night Lordsy. And it's fun, it's interesting. Can't wait to see how someone breaks it in half. Hear Me Lut is Lucius and M4... Oh, Hear Me Out. Okay, Hear Me Out. Okay, who's Hear Me Out is Lucius and M42. Listen, guys. There are just some people out there who like it freaky. You will never understand them. Don't bother trying. I know a few women like that. And I continue to be bamboozled by the decisions that they make. But then again, who am I to speak? I like snake girls. Which faction do you think will get added in 11th edition? Dark Mechanicum? Exodites? Neither. You will suffer in quiet shame. You will be the Half-Life 3 / Bloodborne 2 people. Humans. You are not getting either. And I will eat my fucking words when it happens. Because I literally said in my Dawn of War 3 fucking review last year that we're probably never going to get Dawn of War 4 because Dawn of War 3 failed so miserably. Fucking 6 months later! God damn it! I am a fucking orc. Did that monkey's paw have plans for me? Oh, yes, you can get Dawn of War 4, but you must play and review Dawn of War 3. Okay, Golden Gladiator. What's your thoughts on proxying in models that just could not be further from the actual model? I have an army that I've been theming around deep sea stuff, using a combination of Death Guard and Imperial Fist, sick, but could not be further from the things it's replacing. So, same base size, but very different top. So, in a competitive scene, I would take issue with that. Because it's not the same model. It's not the same measurements of the model. And it gets wacky and such. In a fun game, which is not competitive, I want to remind everybody, if you're not at a tournament, and your opponent okays it, who gives a shit? Just do it. Have fun. This is a game of plastic toy soldiers. Go nuts. Have fun with it. Like, it would take a lot of work, but you can do it. But if you have the model already, like, just go nuts. It's a fun game. So long as you inform your opponent, just like, this is what it is. This is what it does. There's no issue. Like, literally, there's no problem. Go nuts. And even then, like, usually your opponent like, usually your opponent will be A-okay with it just as long as you tell them this is a Mortarion and a fun game. Like, I have not met anybody to date, personally, that has taken issue with most people proxying outside of a competitive scene.
As long as usually most people ask for a way to keep track of which model, which you can do with like dice.
But if it's like one model, like fucking Mortarion, most people will just be like, okay.
Again, as long as you're keeping track of that model.
Yeah. So, like, my opinion, go nuts. Just as long as it's not a tournament. Oh, fuck. They were on ad break the entire time. Son of a bitch! I'll quickly sum up. So long as it isn't a tournament scene, you're completely fine to do that. Like, summing that up real quick. Just, like, tell your opponent, this is Mortarion, this is what's happening, this is what's going on, and you're good. Because, like, I have not met anybody to date that would take issue with that in a non-competitive game. I'm hyped for Total Warhammer 40k. Hope it's good. I'm keeping my expectations relatively mid for Total War Warhammer 40k. And people are like, this game is terrible, it doesn't work. And I will judge the game when I can fucking play it. But I am keeping my expectations relatively neutral. We haven't had really anything on this scale for a 40k game outside of a fan game called Chapter Master, and trying to make that game work is like trying to pull my fucking hair out. It's not fun. I don't want to do it. Please make it stop.
No.
It is creative assembly after all. Exactly. How do you get faster at playing the tabletop? Just repetition. It's just going through the motions. Yeah, like me and my friend know exactly what we're talking about, and we just rapid fire shit. And the only time we slow down is when, like, we're actually, like, trying. When me and him play, we're both practicing tournament lists. And we're throwing stuff at each other, and it's just, like... But then, like, other times when we play together, it's like, I made this stupid shit. Let's do it. And by stupid shit, I mean, I threw together whatever the fuck I had in this box. Or... I made a Vashdor-themed Dark Mechanicus army out of Chaos Space Marines. With no Chaos Space Marines in it, outside of tanks. That's where I learned, that's where I learned cultists and, dark occultists are very fucking scary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, if you're going to be playing fun games, don't worry about proxying. Most people won't give a shit, and if someone is giving a shit, it's usually because they got burned in the past, is what I find. Because, like, someone did that to them, and they just kept lying and bullshitting them. So if someone does bring up an issue with it, just ask them, oh, why are you not okay with proxying? Not like as an accusation. Just like, oh, you want to talk about it? Kind of a thing. Just like learn their perspective. If they're an asshole, they're an asshole. But most non-plastic toy soldier game, who cares? Who genuinely fucking cares? If you're playing in a tournament, that's a different story because we're all here to play at the best level that we can. So you should expect, like, there is an expectation there. I know it's not your cup of tea, but I recommend you SWX Warhammer 40k made by Star Wars. I'm glad you enjoy that. I tend to not enjoy that kind of stuff. Yeah. That was someone on YouTube. Like, the Star Wars universe gets transported into 40k and the Tau Empire ally up with the people from Star Wars. But, Yeah, the classic here's my proxy for Angron. What do you mean? It's just Angron, but he's almost half the size, so I can't shoot him wide. Yeah, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff is bullshit. Like, I do have like preferences when it comes to proxying, but like my preferences are not yours. Like I if you're gonna proxy, make sure the model is at least close to the original, right? Like, consistent in your proxying. Like at least the same base size and such. Like if you're gonna say like, oh, I want to try out a corn list and I don't have blood letters yet, but I have a ton of like pink horrors. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with you using pink horrors as blood letters. But like if you're gonna say, oh, these pink horrors are blood crushers, that's where I need to stop you. But that's me. That's a me thing. I don't know about you. I don't speak for you. You might be fine with your opponent saying these are blood crushers. You might not be. It all depends.
Everybody has a preference.
Yeah.
You won't find out.
Whew. What the fuck was most of this stream? I was talking about like the Mega Man plot for most of it. Holy shit.
It has in fact been mostly a Mega Man day.
I mean, people voted for Mega Man, but like at the same time, it's just weird.
I voted for it because I wanted to see you crash out.
What was it worth it?
Of course you did.
Was it worth it?
Yes.
What was your favorite part?
I don't remember what I voted.
How'd you do in your first tournament? Oh, my very first tournament that I played, I came in dead last. The very first local tournament that I ever played in, I came in dead fucking last.
I was one of the people that voted for Uprooted.
We will play Uprooted, don't worry. I am very curious about that game. But yeah, like my very first like local tournament to it, I had 1,900 points of Marines for a 2,000 point tournament. And I got my ass beat. Rightfully so. That was a good learning experience.
Mm-hmm. Learn more from a failure than a success.
Yep. And the first tournament I ever won was back in 8th edition, and I won it with my 1,000 Suns. I won it with Magnus the Red, 3 squads of Rubik Marines, a Mauler Fiend, and Audimun. Oh, and Terminators. Lots of Terminator spam. Because All Is Dust was bullshit back in the day.
It needed a nerf.
Yeah, it was 9th edition, it needed a heavy nerf, but like 8th edition 1,000 Suns had All Is Dust, which improved my armor save by 1 if your damage was 1. And like all my sorcerers just got psychic powers. Like I just kept firing smites off. Because Smite was a reusable psychic power over and over and over again.
Meeting that could have been an email.
What the fuck? Oh, Foxy Gothic, thank you.
Sorry.
And another tournament that I won with Orcs. And that list was a Gazgul Goth Clan Rushdown list. And from there on, I usually place like either middle of the road or pretty high on my locals. The last local I actually played in, I did win. I made it. It was literally a 1 point difference. and it's because I fucked up fighting Chaos Knights, and I took Assassinate against Chaos Knights when I actually should have taken what's the one that like control 4 quarters of the board again? Fuck, I don't remember that one. Hi, how have you been? I've been better. I'm doing a lot better now. I'm recovering from a fucking 2-week death march of getting Halo 5 done, which will be out this Saturday, so I hope you all enjoy it. But Aramis, the video's gone rogue again.
Yes.
But yeah, if I took a different secondary than the one I took, I would have won that tournament hands down with my Thousand Suns.
All right, that should be.
But then the other locals that I won with Black Legion Abaddon with Fabius Bile Detachment.
Oh boy.
I replaced their blood with Gatorade. It was funny. And then the next tournament I played in after that was the Edmonton Open, which is basically, for you Americans, the Las Vegas Open.
We were so glad to see you go to that.
Wasn't even a vacation for me. That was all work. But I had a fantastic time there. All of my opponents were wonderful people, and but the matches were, I remember the order of them: Death Guard, War Leaders, Tyranids, Monster Tyranids, Tau Empire, Death Guard, not Tau Empire, Imperial Guard, and then Tau Empire again. I played 7 out of the 8 games. Most people usually leave after the 7th. Like, I think like only like 20 people stuck around to play their 8th game if you weren't in the finals. That's usually what happens. I placed like 150th out of 300 people. I placed pretty middle of the road. And that was me using a list that was me saying all is dust represent. I went there to prove that the list could work. Not to win. I did not go there with the idea to win. If I went there with the idea to win, I would have brought Magnus. I would have not spammed 3 Terminators, and like I would have brought a completely different list to that tournament if I wanted to try and win.
I remember spending so long working on doing workshops for that.
But the dumbest thing is, chat, the winner of the Edmonton Open for Canada was David Bowie playing Emperor's Children.
Wait, is it the musician?
Not the guy's actual name is David Bowie.
Okay,
Mhm.
because I'm pretty sure he was dead long before you went to the Open.
Yeah, no, apparently his actual name is that, but he took the Emperor's Children because he thought it'd be funny.
That is pretty funny.
That's really funny in its own way.
And he won using Emperor's Children Demon Prince spam.
Oh.
And not even using the trick of having Lucius and a regular Demon Prince, because they both give each other lone operative. He won by using the flying Demon Prince with the Emperor's Children to weaken shit, so the rest of his Noise Marines and other units could clean up. It was crazy. In fact, like, it was so crazy, Death Guard didn't even make it into top 10. Like, I was shocked. Death Guard did not make it into top 10. like top 3 was Emperor's Children, Eldar, I think, and Demons of Chaos. Like, what the fuck? Canada be wild and beating the expectations. Like, Emperor's Children were going in
also representing a lot of chaos.
Emperor's Children were going into that tournament, like, unfavored entirely. Like, maybe some wins under their belt, but not anywhere near first place. And then they go and win. It was a fantastic time. I crashed the fuck out when I got home. Like, I just went straight to sleep. Because that is 3 days non-stop Warhammer. And I just needed to sleep after that. Great time, though. Like, I had a fantastic time, and I really hope that they do it again so I can go back and try again. But this time with orcs. I want to do orcs. Like, paint up an entire orc army, get it all ready and everything. Oh,
yes, Golden Gladiator, that is, in fact, the way it was.
but yeah, like, God. So, the reason why I kept losing the Death Guard is because the Thousand Sons army right now, if you're playing all infantry, the only anti-tank you have reliably is Sorcerer and Terminator armor, Scarab Occult Terminator's Hellfire Missile Rack, and if you're taking Demons of Tzeentch, it's the Greater Demons with their psychic abilities. Otherwise, you need to rely on tanks. Death Guard vehicles at the time, hit way too fucking hard for way too little cost and were way too tough. Like, I was struggling with a squad of 10, like a brick of 10 Terminators, led by a Sorcerer and Terminator armor, to kill a bloat drone. I was struggling with that. It was that was like the standard list. It was Mortarion. It was the Mortarion vehicle detachment basically, and the list basically was you take 2 Defilers, 2 Plague Burst Crawlers, or 3 Plague Burst Crawlers, at least 2 squads of Poxwalkers. Then you take all the drones, and then you just drive them up the field, put pressure on your opponent, punish them for playing. That was the Death Guard list that was at the tournament predominantly, outside of one person from my hometown who came up, and his strategy was, I'm running Mortarion, fuck you. Which, respect. He painted Mortarion, he was bringing Mortarion.
I mean, if you took the time to paint Mortarion.
I painted fucking Angron. I should have brought War Leaders.
Those would have done a lot better.
They would have done a lot better, but, like, it was Thousand Sons. I had to rep. I had to rep my boys.
Maybe one day you'll take the Wardens and bring the Board of Minion and team with you.
Maybe. But, end of the day, 40K tournaments are always a fun experience. I always recommend people go to them, even if, like, it's a locals. Just go have fun for, like, a day or two. Like, yeah, they're, like, you run the risk of running into toxic players, like, day. And just seeing him, like, sitting at the table frustrated. because like his opponent was trying to be like, oh, but you can't do that because X rule here says specifically with the wording, to the point where you have to call a judge and the judge looks at that person and goes, shut the fuck up. Because like that is such a vague interpretation of the rule that you are intentionally trying to slide it into being right. Even though it's completely wrong. And just note, he beat one of those guys and he lost one of those guys. If you run into an opponent who's just like that, chat, best I can do is that like if you ask them, can I reroll that? Like, because X reason, and like it's a genuine reason like why you should get to reroll it, and they say no, you look at them and say, okay, I guess that's how we're playing. And you just need to make it through.
Match their energy.
Match the energy. Just blank stare them and don't give them an inch. Because like I've had to deal with players like that, and the best thing to do is just pick your battle. Win, you win. Just move on. Hope your next game is better. Hope the next person that you're playing against is genuinely a good time. Because, like, fuck me, that can suck when that happens. Thankfully, I've rarely run into that. But that's just me. Yeah, chat, that's how broken Death Guard was, like, when they came out here at the start of, when they came out here during 10th edition. Fucking hell, even Gazgul, the super unit, couldn't beat a fucking Death Guard Hellbrute. That is how cracked this shit was. These units have since been nerfed into the fucking ground. Coming from a Magic player, rules lawyers are few and loud. Yeah, they're very few, and the mood instantly changes when you're dealing with them. Because rules lawyers don't actually give a shit about the rules. They give a shit about winning.
About being right.
They care about being right and using the rules to let them win. At that point, you're playing a court case, not a fucking game. And you need to tell them that to their face.
No, there are exceptions to this. Like, if you're flagrantly breaking the rules and you get called out on it, that's not a rule. That's just someone calling you out on your bull.
Yeah, like there are plenty of times where like I got called a rules lawyer and I'm like, no, that's just the rules of the fucking game. Match, grow up. Now, if someone is being a rules lawyer and like they're not having, like they're just being like annoying with it to the point where it's like, okay, you're clearly only playing for advantage, you need to call them out on it and say, wow, you are genuinely an unfun person. No wonder.
Make sure the judge comes over, because they might need to watch that.
Yep. And genuinely the only reason those people are playing at tournaments is because no one will play with them back at home.
A tournament is... A tournament guarantees a chance to play the game. It does not guarantee a good opponent.
Mm-hmm. But again, I genuinely hope that they do another Warhammer Open here in Canada. God, I really hope that it's close by again, because I was shocked that they chose my province of Alberta for... I was shocked that they chose Alberta for the Edmonton, for the Warhammer Open, because I live in the middle of bumfuck Canada, so that's why they chose it. So yeah, like it was a good time, and I'm super excited if they do it again. Like I said, and I quote, I am doing this again the next time that it happens, because it was genuinely a good experience. It was genuinely such a good fucking time, and it was a good break for my wife. Like it was the anime that was made by like the director, like the original creator of Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, Lazarus.
Yeah, Lazarus. Phoenix got
Oh, that one was so good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I highly suggest it.
Phoenix got to watch the premiere of that.
Oh, that's really cool.
They also got to meet Shaggy's actor from like the Scooby-Doo movie.
He is so cool and has some wild acting roles to his name.
Oh yeah, it was great. There was also the hilarious thing of we went like a week before my brother's birthday, and we knew that like there would be a Warhammer shop and Phoenix could like buy him Warhammer. And Phoenix comes up to me after like my 5th game or like my 6th game, and they're just like, fuck, I don't know what to get your brother. And I'm like, oh, like the new Eldar stuff is out, just get him like the new Eldar stuff. And they just went, yeah, I know, but I don't know which one he didn't buy. Because like my brother bought some Eldar stuff, but like Phoenix didn't know what he bought. My brother immediately walks up after talking to like some other guys from our hometown and says, guys, check this out. I got myself like Baharov and the fucking Sky Guys. Okay, I'm gonna go. And like went to go talk to another group of guys that's from our hometown. And Phoenix just looks at me and says, okay, I guess I'm buying him Fire Dragons. And then went to go buy him that. And it's just like, what else can you fucking say at that point? That's good timing. That's the good shit, chat. It's a good time. It was also just like a nice it was also just like a nice time to spend with my brother and my wife. We had a very good time there, and I really hope that we can do it again. Because, like, I know people are like, oh, well, then, if you liked it so much, why didn't you go down to, like, the Las Vegas Open? And it's just like, I don't want to go to America. I don't.
America is scary.
America's scary right now. I'm fine not going there right now. I will happily play with my American friends on Tabletop Simulator, and when America go down to America and spend time with my friends at a Warhammer Open, or, like, just a get-together, basically. Because, like...
We would absolutely...
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, they opened it up.
Good shit. Alright, but this will be the end of stream now, because I need to go make dinner. Because, like, we've been so busy with shit, that we had to keep ordering out for a little bit, because, like, we forgot to go get fucking groceries. Hence why I went to get groceries today. But, let's go bug our friend Viara.
Yeah, off to go yell at a Kraken.
Yeah, so we're gonna go send some love to Kraken Viara. They are an 18+ streamer, so be aware of that. But thank you all so much for coming. I'm glad to have you all here. Tomorrow we will be playing some Mega Man 11, but I will also be talking Warhammer while we play it. Because, like, we voted for it today, but I was just like, I just want to talk. I don't want to play anything. I'm so fucking tired. But, you all have a fantastic night, chat. Send VR some love. They have been struggling a lot. And they could really use some love and affection right now, especially to each other. Enjoy your time. Remember, hobbies. It's a game of toy soldiers. Just have fun with it. You don't need to like be extreme with it. Just have fun, and you all have a wonderful night. Good night, everybody.